Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan here, back for another video. I'm sure many of you know that the LEGO Harry Potter Collectible Minifigure Series 2 has been leaked. So now we know all 16 figures are going to be releasing on September the 1st. And I thought, let's go through and rank them. Which ones look great and which ones look eh. I'll be giving each figure a rating from 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. These are just my views on the figures. I'd love to get your guys' input in the comment section as well. See if you agree or disagree with me. So let's take a look at our first figure. The first figure in the series is Harry. He's got a nice little spellbook there, the standard brown wand, and a pretty bland figure to be honest. We've seen that kind of torso so many times before, and those legs are just navy legs, no printing or anything. He's got a slightly different face I guess, which is something. But for me, this figure is really disappointing. Not the kind of figure you'd expect to see in a collectible minifigure series. The one saving grace is that he includes a spellbook, and you can never have enough of them in Hogwarts. I'm going to give his character a 3 out of 10. Harsh, but fair. Next up, we've got Dumbledore. His figure includes a really cool Fawkes piece, a nice white beard, a really cool hat with white hair piece, leg printing and some torso printing that you can see works together. For me, this is exactly what a collectible minifigure series figure should look like. On the other hand, recently we've already got 3 Dumbledores, so do we really need a 4th? Definitely the standout thing for this figure is the Fawkes piece, because it's such an improvement on the existing versions we've got. 8 out of 10. If I opened up my mystery bag and got this figure, I certainly wouldn't be disappointed. Next up, we've got Hermione. She's got what I think is a butterbeer in her hand, as well as her normal wand and some nice leg printing. A pretty bland torso, but a nice new hairpiece as well. I do like the butterbeer piece, I think that could be quite sought after. I'll give this one a 5 out of 10, pretty much just for the butterbeer piece. Next up, we've got Ron. Like Hermione, he's also got a butterbeer piece. He's got some leg printing, some nice arm printing, and a bit of a better torso than Hermione, I think. But then again, it seems like he's got quite a standard hairpiece. I think this figure is pretty on par with the Hermione figure on balance, so I'll give it a 5 out of 10 as well. Next up, we've got Luna. Of course, the main attraction to her figure is the lion headpiece, and it is a pretty cool piece. Having said that, it doesn't really have a place in many settings, other than Luna just randomly wearing it on her head. She does come with a hairpiece as well if you don't want to use that, but other than that, no other accessories. She does have some nice leg printing though as well. I think this figure is just below the standard of Hermione and Ron, so I'm going to give her a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have Grip Hook. He's got a really cool goblin-esque headpiece, a nice torso, a pretty standard key, and then the standout piece, the Sword of Godric Gryffindor, which looks insane. That piece is so good it elevates his figure significantly. And also, if you get enough of him, you can build a nice Gringotts bank as well. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. Next up, we've got Lily Potter. She's got a pretty bland figure, other than the little baby Harry she's carrying, which is a funny little piece, but it doesn't really do much. You can't really use it in many settings. I'm going to give her a 3 out of 10. It's quite funny and all, but if I got her in my mystery bag, I'll be quite disappointed. Next up, we've got James Potter. He's got a nice family portrait piece, as well as a nice red scarf. You can't really see if he has any leg printing or not, but I think if he did have leg printing, LEGO would want you to see it on this. So I'm going to assume he doesn't have leg printing. Definitely his accessory is better than Lily's, I think. You can put the picture anywhere on a wall in your Harry Potter universe, so it's quite a versatile accessory. And he's got a scarf as well. Still though, his figure is a bit eh. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. He gets 2 accessories and Lily gets 1. Doesn't really seem fair, does it? Next up, we've got Ginny. Her torso and leg printing work well together, and she's got a pretty cool hairpiece as well. You can see there she's got some kind of chocolatey treat in a glass, but that glass seems to be a new mould. It's not the glass we're used to, so that's really cool. For me, this figure gets a 7 out of 10. That would go perfectly in the Slug Club dinner setting. Next up, we've got Fred and George Weasley. I don't know which one's which, so I'm just going to talk about them together. They've got slightly different torsos, but they're both quite similar. One of them has the buttons undone, one of them's got the buttons done up. But the torsos work seamlessly with the leg printing in both figures to create a really nice effect. They've both got really cool headpieces as well, and some nice new faces. I think that's the closed Marauders map there, so it's pretty cool that we now have the closed Marauders map and the open one. Having said that, the briefcase accessory is definitely cooler. For the Fred and George figure with the briefcase, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, and for the one with the Marauders map, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Bellatrix Lestrange, Azkaban version. She's got an awesome torso, arm printing, and leg printing. She comes with her wand, one of the little Azkaban cards that you have to show, and a pair of dark grey handcuffs, which is quite a nifty colour of them. Obviously we're usually used to the light grey versions. She's got a cool face, and I think she has the same hairpiece that she has in the Attack on the Burrow set. This is an absolutely wicked figure. It's a bit of a shame that we've just got a version of her figure in the Attack on the Burrow set recently, so because of that duplication, I'll give her a 9 out of 10. Next up, we've got Kingsley Shacklebot. He comes with a broomstick and a wand. He's also got a really cool blue cape gown that goes over his purple torso. He's got purple legs and a little blue hat. This figure works so well, I think. It's a brand new figure as well, so no duplication in your collection. I absolutely love this figure and I hope that I get him in my packs. For me, his figure is a 10 out of 10. Really, really good figure. Next up, we've got Moaning Myrtle. That Tom Riddle's diary piece that she comes with looks really, really cool. A nice design on the outside and some writing inside as well, from when Harry was speaking to Riddle. Her figure also includes the pieces to make it look like she's floating as well. A really, really nicely designed figure. I'll give her a 9 out of 10. I'm knocking 1 point off because she only comes with one accessory, even if it is a really cool one. Next up, we have Professor Sprout. She comes with a wand, a mandrake, and a pot for the mandrake. She's got a really, really cool hairpiece that's kind of her hair and a hat in one. And her torso printing and leg printing work seamlessly together. I can literally find no fault with this figure whatsoever. It has to be a perfect 10. Plus, Hogwarts is ready for her as well, with the new greenhouse that we got in the Astronomy Tower set. I really, really hope I get her in my packs. And finally, we have Neville. He's got a pretty standard head and hairpiece, the normal wand, and he's got the chomping monster look. It's a really, really cool design, and it's got a sloped printed tile on the inside, I think. That will definitely go well in Hogwarts. The only thing I'm not sure of about this figure is that it looks like he's got the shorter legs. It's weird because everyone in this set seems to be older now, so I'm not sure why he's the only one with the shorter legs, other than Griphook, obviously. It's double annoying as well because the leg printing works really, really well with the torso printing. But if you want to make him have the longer legs, you're going to have to remove them just for normal black legs. And I don't think there are any black legs that go well with that torso. So the figure definitely won't look as good. For that reason, I'm going to give this figure an 8 out of 10. So that's it, that's all the figures. The figures that I want the most are Kingsley, Professor Sprout, Griphook, Bellatrix, and Moaning Myrtle. If I got the Bellatrix figure, I think I'd just replace her head and hairpiece with some new ones because the torso and legs look amazing and it would make for a great addition in Voldemort's army. Let me know what you guys think of these figures in the comments down below. Do you agree with my ratings or do you disagree? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.